Day 16. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Instagram. Good morning, Facebook. Good morning, YouTube. Thank you guys for joining. Good morning, Ace. Good morning, good morning. As I told everybody, I have my water with me this morning, making sure that I am checking myself and not only working on building my mental immunity, but continuing to build my physical immunity as well. Trying to get in the habit of getting up in the morning, doing this meditation, and then also taking my vitamins. Um, Drinking my starting my water, and then having a healthy breakfast, so I start my day off in a good space. It's hard to say that you want your mind to be clear and positive when you're not putting the fuel in your body that's positive as well. So good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. We're on day 16. It is day 16. We are over the hump. We are officially more than halfway, halfway on the other side of halfway, finished with the month of July. I hope that you guys, if you've been joining and doing this with me, I hope that you're able to see changes in your daily thought process. Today's affirmation is really going to allow you to start to see those changes. If you can tap into this one today, I promise it's one of those affirmations that challenges you to do better. And while, like I said, I enjoy the ones that affirm us. Good morning, Sharon. Good morning. I enjoy the affirmations that affirm us. It's so important for us to embrace those affirmations that challenge us and that push us to be active and proactive in our pursuit of a stronger mindset. So I'm going to read, you guys. I love doing this outside, but you just never know which birds are going to be providing the soundtrack. So today, got kind of an angry bird, but that's okay. Hopefully, he'll tune in to the affirmation. Today's affirmation is: I am committed to finding the positive in every situation and encounter. Oh, I am committed to finding the positive in every situation and encounter. And our quote of the day is from Alphonse Carr, and it says, "We can complain because rose bushes have thorns, or rejoice because thorns have roses." And I love that because the idea of that affirmation is that you can find, there's some people that are going to find like the glass half empty, some are going to find the glass half full. But if you're here, if you're breathing, if you have the opportunity to take breath, then you have the opportunity to make any situation in your life turn it into a positive situation. I know when I was writing this book and going over things, I was talking to one of my good friends, and they were like, well, what about death? What about something like that? I had someone close to me at that time had lost a child that was really one of their children that was very small, and it's kind of difficult to find anything positive in the wake of death, right? We see that right now. There was a little 8-year-old girl here in Atlanta that was killed. I believe her funeral was yesterday or the day before yesterday. It's so difficult, and I'm not suggesting that there aren't things that happen to us that aren't very difficult to deal with. But death is an opportunity for us to see that that person is no longer here. They're in a better place. If they were sick, a lot of us have loved ones that pass on after being sick. I know a few years ago I lost my granny, and my granny was one of those mentors in my life. I only had my mom and my grandmother, so my granny was the one that I would call. My mom would give me one type of advice, and my granny would give me the other. And you guys know it takes a lot of different perspectives to help us grow and mature. You can't just have one. If you do, you'll be off balance. So I really relied on my grandmother's. Her way of dealing with things was to encourage me to get up. She never would allow you to have a moment like if you call her, she's gonna say, "And what? You got to get up, and you'll be fine." And she was just constantly going to push you. And she did not really, because of being born when she was, in the 30s, she was not really apt to giving you, as a Black woman, an opportunity to really feel sorry for yourself or to acknowledge that things were not good. She would just, you got to get up, you got to work hard, and you got to keep going. And she's so much a part of my grandmother had Alzheimer's, and once I don't know if anybody out there has dealt with a family member that has Alzheimer's, but basically that person loses their ability to remember, and in them losing the ability to remember things and things that have happened in their past, they also eventually lose the ability to remember people. So after a while, my grandmother did start to forget. I remember going to see her, and she did not know who I was. That was a very difficult day. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome. If you're just joining us, we're talking about affirmation number 16. We are on day 16. And today's affirmation is, I am committed to finding the positive in every situation and encounter. And I was just sharing about my granny passing away a few years ago, and how difficult it was for me to feel like I lost her twice. I feel like I lost her with Alzheimer's because I see her physical shell is there, but she doesn't recognize me. And that was horribly painful. After she passed away, there was still, that was painful because you feel like you didn't have an opportunity to say goodbye because the person that you missed had not been there for so long. And so that was my reality. But I was able to realize after she was gone that my granny was in a better place and that she was probably feeling more like herself. She had been in a facility because our family had tried really diligently. My mom, who was a nurse, and her brothers had tried to take care of her, and it was overwhelming. So they put her in a very, very, very capable facility, and we all, and went to visit her, and my mom would fly in. It was a lot, not to get into all that, but what I did realize when she passed away was that my granny was in a better place, and she was back to being her fly self. She was always beautiful, like, taking care of her hair, making sure that she wore high heels. I mean, a lot of the example that I saw growing up, it either came from my mother, who was an amazing mother and who loved her children without compromise and unconditionally, or my grandmother that was a hard worker and just committed to being fly and being on point and working hard and not ever crying or feeling sorry for herself, but always being committed to move forward. So those two influences really shaped me, and I was able to find encourage positivity in her passing, even though it was very painful. So my point in saying that is, I'm not suggesting that there's not pain in certain situations. If you lose your job today, I'm not suggesting that there is nothing for you to be, concerned about. But what I am saying is that, as day 16 suggests, we can be committed to finding the positive in every situation. So let's just say, good morning, Ma, good morning, Lotus. Good morning. Good morning. Let's just say that you did lose your job, right? So, of course, it's going to take a moment for you to absorb that. But then after you absorb that, you realize that it's an opportunity for you to redirect, take a breath and redirect and find something even better, right? There's so many things in life that can be painful. I'm going to read a little bit from this chapter. Not for 1 minute am I suggesting that tragedies like death, divorce, financial loss, and illness, just to name a few, are not worthy of grieving and don't cause tremendous and overwhelming heartache. What I am suggesting is that life, unfortunately, doesn't give us a grace period for handling those world-altering events. Because life goes on, we have to train our brains to operate in a way that will acknowledge pain and disappointment, but not break down. Good morning, Minister. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. We are on day 16. Day 16 in our daily affirmations from How to Win When Shit Happens. The book, 31 Affirmations to Build Mental Immunity in the Midst of Chaos. We're on day 16. We've been doing this every morning at 7 a.m., committing to doing our affirmations and our meditation together, committing to working on building a stronger mental immunity, so that we're able to face issues in a positive way. And That is what this is about. Day 16. I am committed to finding the positive in every situation and encounter. So far we've been talking about situations, but I also want to talk about how we can be committed to finding the positive in every encounter. Every encounter. Death and other tragedies are a part of life, which means we know we'll have to deal with them time and time again. We must put a fail safe in place in order to deal with these tragedies without losing our sense of self. Good morning, John. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome, welcome. Join us. Day 16. Our affirmation for today is I am committed to finding the positive in every situation and encounter. I am committed to finding the positive in every situation and encounter. As long as you have breath in your body, you have the opportunity to build once more, to chase a dream, to experience love, to create the life you desire. You are more than halfway there because we're on day 16. Day 16, day 16. So that means that you have learned that you are valuable, you are worthy. You have the ability to remain peaceful and be in your peace, your daily peace be unshakable. And today we realize that we are charged, right? We are charging ourselves to remain committed in finding the positive in every situation and encounter. The important part about that is situations come, but encounters can be our interactions with others, right? Our interactions with things. If you have a friend that you are kind of on the outs with, and you guys have an encounter that's less than positive, we are charging you this morning. You are taking responsibility for finding the positive in every encounter. So those are self-driven, right? And you can, good morning, Keith. Good morning. You have the ability to set the tone in your personal encounters. I deal with that on a regular basis. Sometimes there are certain people, not everyone matures at the same rate, right? So there are always going to be people in our lives that are on a different vibration than we are, right? There's always going to be that because we all mature differently. At some point, you were on a different vibration and someone else that was in your life that was positive. You were the one that was not positive, right? You were the one that might have been throwing things off, and someone actually had to say about you, I'm going to remain positive. I'm going to remain positive because this person is not. I know that there was a time in my life when I was going through a lot that I was not always the positive person in the room, right? Sometimes I was, especially after my granny was gone, I went through some personal struggles, and a lot of times I was the one in the room that was, felt defeated, walked in the room already feeling defeated. And there were people in my life, just like I know there's people in your life, that were committed to remaining positive and pulling me into that space with them. I'm charging you to be that person and be that person in your life, be that person in others around you life, so that you are the one that's saying, I'm committed to find the positive in every situation and encounter. I'm not going to let this take me out of my space. I'm not going to let what this person is doing take me out of my alignment because they just aren't where I'm at right now. Right? They're not on the same vibration, but I'm not going to lower my vibration to meet theirs. I'm going to raise them up to meet me, right? I'm going to bring them up to me. So we're going to say this together in just a minute. I want you guys to have a moment to think about this. I am committed to finding the positive in every situation and encounter. I want you to take a moment to just let that sit with you. And we're going to do our breathing. I want you to take a moment, kind of sit up straight wherever you are. You can be in your car. You can be at your house. You can be wherever you are. It doesn't matter. Take a moment just to sit up straight. Straighten your shoulders back. And we're going to take a deep breath in. Deep breath in. And release. One more time, take a deep breath in and release. One more time, take a deep breath in and release. every morning when we do those, we do the breaths. Hey, DJ Diggy, good morning, good morning, good morning. Every morning when we do that, just taking the breath after we've talked, taking the breath and sitting, it just allows me to calm down, right? And when we're in that calm space and our soul is receptive, I want us to repeat our affirmations together. So I am committed to finding the positive in every situation and encounter. My dog was not committed to whatever encounter he has going on back there. Y'all ignore him. He's not committed to that. But I want you to remember that this is every situation. There are no nothing is excluded from this. You say, yeah, but I don't like my supervisor. No. We are committed to finding the positive in every situation and encounter. Well, Crystal, you just don't know this chick at my job. She been no. We are committed to finding the positive in every situation and encounter. Well, this family member, family just not family. No. We are committed. If you're going to do it, you have to commit to it, and you have to commit to doing it across the board, because how you do one thing is how you do everything. And you guys know that. If you've lived on this earth for just a little bit, you know that how you do one thing inevitably shows up in how you do other things. So we're going to go ahead and take a moment to breathe that in. We're going to say it together. I am committed to finding the positive in every situation and encounter. Breathe that in and release. One more time. When you breathe that in, you're taking that into your spirit and you're releasing anything that is not in alignment with our affirmation. I am committed to finding the positive in every situation and encounter. Breathe that in. Release. One more time. Breathe that in. And release. I am committed to finding the positive in every situation and encounter. Breathe that in. Release. One more time. Breathe that in. Release. Last time. Repeat it with me. I am committed to finding the positive in every situation and encounter. Breathe that in. Release. One more time. Breathe that in. And release. Okay. All right. We're going to stay positive. We're going to stay on this high vibration. I want you guys, if you haven't already, to go to the website, which is www.howtowinwhenshithappens.com, www.howtowinwhenshithappens.com. You can get the book. The Kindle version of the book is just $4.99. The actual paperback copy. My dog. The actual paperback copy of the book is $9.99. I am committed to remaining positive in every situation and encounter. Dolce. Copy of the book is $9.99. But I also want to encourage you to please download the free soundtrack. There's no reason for you not to download the free soundtrack because it is free. And it is going to keep you connected during the day, when you're working out, when you're in your car. Keep you connected to remaining positive, keep you in that winner's mindset. Remember, the title of this book is How to Win When Shit Happens. And so we're committed to being winners. We're committed to achieving personal success and winning at life in our own individual ways. We know that yesterday's affirmation was that which makes me different, makes me valuable. So whatever it is about you that is different, it is gearing you up to win, as long as you remain positive in every situation and encounter. Thank you guys for joining me. Again, we're on day 16. We are on the second half of this. We know July is the second half of 2020. When you see what's going on the news, when you hear our number 45 talking, I am committed to remaining positive in every situation and encounter. When you go to work today, when you're in traffic and traffic gets a little bit hectic, I am committed to remaining positive in every situation and encounter. You can do it. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. Trust me. I've been checking myself. I've been making sure I've been living this, not just saying it to you, but practicing what I preach. Thank you guys for tuning in. I don't want to hold you too long. We're 20 minutes in. As usual, I want to encourage you to have a beautiful, blessed day. I love you so much. I look forward to hearing your stories of winning. I look forward to hearing your positivity come back towards. I will see you right here tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Eastern for Daily Affirmation 17. See you guys tomorrow. And